All right. You ready to jump into another deep dive?
Always game. What have we got this time?
Okay, so someone sent us this blog post.
Uh-uh.
It's about this vintage guitar find. And
Sounds cool.
yeah, the blog post is titled, So You're Thinking of Getting an Electric Guitar? Again, part 39,
Okay.
from kianmeng.org, and it's dated January 16th, 2025.
Gotcha.
The author, Ang, found this Hofner Galaxie at a flea market,
Ooh.
potentially from the late 1960s, but it sounds like it needs a lot of work.
Hofner Galaxie, late 60s.
Yeah.
Okay, most people, when they hear Hofner, they think Paul
Yeah.
McCartney bass. Right.
Right.
This is a different beast altogether.
So I'm picturing like a really futuristic guitar, right?
Yeah.
Like something from a sci-fi movie from the 1960s.
Kind of.
Something close.
Yeah, they had that kind of sleek space-age design
Okay.
with kind of sharp edges, unique controls, and they were
Okay.
popular with those early rock and roll and beat groups. But Hofner didn't actually make them for very long, which is what makes this find even more interesting.
Oh, wow. So this was not your typical flea market find then?
No.
What would something like that even be worth if it needs a lot of work?
Uh, well, it's really hard to say without seeing it,
Right.
but even one in kind of rough shape from that era could be worth a pretty penny.
Okay.
Here's the thing. They weren't considered high-end guitars back in the day.
Right.
So a lot of them, got played pretty hard and put away wet, so to speak.
Ah, yeah.
Finding one in decent condition now, that's like finding a gold mine for a collector.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now I'm really curious.
Yeah.
The blog mentioned a missing tremolo bar, no strings, and said it needs rewiring.
Oh.
So this guitar's definitely seen better days.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like it needs some love.
Yeah.
The missing tremolo bar is not ideal,
Okay.
but you can sometimes track those down.
Okay.
The rewiring, though,
Yeah.
that's where it gets a little more complicated. Because depending on the damage,
Okay.
you might be talking about trying to find vintage correct parts,
Right.
which can be a whole rabbit hole in and of itself.
I bet.
Yeah.
So what would your first step even be?
Sure.
Like if you found yourself looking at this guitar and wondering, like, should I even bother with this?
Document everything.
Okay.
Pictures.
They round up what though?
Every nook and cranny,
Okay.
any markings, the serial number, if you can find it.
Okay.
That's your jumping off point for research.
Okay, because how do you even know
All right.
if it's a real Hofner? What if it's a fake?
That's a great point.
Yeah.
There are some giveaways.
Okay.
The headstock shape, the logo,
kidding?
specific hardware.
Okay.
And thankfully, there's so much info online, you
Yeah.
know? 'Cause you got dedicated Hofner forums, Facebook groups.
All right.
You can get expert opinions.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you'd be comparing pictures, maybe posting your own and be like, hey, is this thing real?
Exactly. And the best thing about those communities is that they're usually full of people who've done this before. So
Right.
can, help you,
Yeah.
guide you, point you to resources.
It's like having a whole team of vintage guitar detectives on your side.
Exactly.
That's awesome. So you figure out it's authentic.
Okay.
Now what?
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Before you even think about touching a soldering iron,
Okay.
you need to decide what you want out of it.
Okay, what do you mean?
Are you looking to get this thing back to pristine museum quality condition?
Yeah.
Or just to get it playable again?
Yeah.
That's going to determine how you approach it and your budget.
Right. Okay. So is this something someone could even DIY? Or would you need to call in, like a professional guitar tech?
I mean, rewiring a vintage guitar,
Yeah.
especially if you're not comfortable with electronics,
Yeah.
it can be a real nightmare.
Okay.
One wrong move and you could damage something irreplaceable.
Right.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So maybe it's worth getting an expert opinion before you go too crazy.
Absolutely. Think of it like this. You're a doctor. You're presented with a patient.
Okay.
You wouldn't operate before a thorough diagnosis, right?
Right.
Same goes for a vintage guitar.
Okay.
You need to understand the problem before you try to fix it.
That makes sense.
Yeah?
Okay, so we've talked about the guitar, but what about the guy who found it?
Yeah.
Remember, he calls himself an old software plumber on his blog.
Yeah, it's not your typical guitar enthusiast, is it?
Not at all.
No.
And then you start reading his blog and you realize this guitar is just like the tip of the iceberg.
It is. He's into everything.
He's into everything. Like, it's crazy. He goes from like coding tutorials to like detailed posts about gardening and then like a whole series on breeding betta fish.
Betta fish, really?
Yeah, the ones with like the flowy fins.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big jump from like debugging code.
It is. It's quite a range.
Yeah, and he's not just, like, mentioning them casually either.
Right.
He's, like, documenting water parameters, genetic traits.
Wow.
It's, like, seriously in-depth stuff.
It makes you wonder if there's some kind of connection between, like, software and betta fish genetics.
Right.
Maybe it's all about problem solving.
Mm.
Whether you're writing code or you're breeding fish, you're analyzing systems,
Right.
looking for patterns,
Yeah.
trying to get to a specific outcome.
That's a really interesting way to look at it.
Yeah.
So maybe he's not a software plumber.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just, like, a systems plumber.
I like that.
He just finds the leaks and fixes them, no matter what the system is.
Finds the leaks, fixes them.
Yeah, and his blog is, like, this record of all of his experiments, his successes, and probably, like, his failures, too.
Oh,
which makes him even more relatable.
Right.
Because he's not afraid to show that he's still, like, learning and figuring things out.
It's refreshing.
It really is.
Especially in tech where everyone tries to present this like perfect image all the time.
Like he's saying, hey, I'm just a regular guy who likes to tinker and learn new things.
Come along for the ride.
Exactly. And speaking of the ride, his writing style is really engaging.
Yeah.
It's not, like, dry or super technical.
No.
Like a lot of blogs in that space are.
It's surprisingly personal.
Yeah.
You can tell he's, like, having fun with it.
Yeah.
There's some humor in there, a little self-deprecation.
Totally.
It makes you feel like you're having a conversation.
Right.
Not just reading something.
And he clearly puts a lot of thought into, like, how he explains things. Like, even when he's talking about, like, complex coding stuff, he finds a way to make it understandable.
Yeah.
Even for someone like me who wouldn't know a line of code from a fishing line.
Exactly.
Okay, but, like, we're still trying to figure out who this guy is.
Yeah.
We know he's a software guy, tinkerer, fish enthusiast.
Yeah.
But what does that even tell us about him?
I think it says he's someone who's always seeking knowledge, always looking for the next challenge.
Yeah.
And he doesn't limit himself to just one thing.
Right.
You know?
It's like the ultimate Renaissance man, right?
It is.
Software by day, guitar whisperer, and betta fish breeder by night.
I love it.
It makes you wonder what other hidden talents he has.
That's the beauty of this deep dive, right?
Yeah.
We're not just learning about a guitar or a blog.
Right.
We're getting a glimpse inside the mind of someone who embodies this, like, lifelong learning and exploration.
It's like a puzzle, and every piece we uncover, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
But there's one piece of the puzzle that I'm still kind of stuck on.
Okay.
What's the point?
What I mean?
Like, why share all this knowledge so freely?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I think the answer might lie in the simple act of sharing.
Okay.
He seems to get genuine pleasure out of passing on what he's learned, helping others discover new things.
It's like he's saying, hey, I found this really cool thing.
Yeah.
And I want you to experience the joy of discovering it, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in a world that often feels very isolated and competitive, that's really refreshing and inspiring.
It's a good reminder that knowledge is most valuable when it's shared.
Yeah.
When it starts conversations and connections.
Absolutely. And his blog is a great example of that, right?
Yeah.
It's not just a one-way street.
Yeah.
It's a platform for dialogue, for exchanging ideas, for building a community around shared interests.
It's funny how we started off talking about this guitar, and now we're talking about, like, the meaning of knowledge and everything.
It's amazing what can happen when you just follow that thread of curiosity.
It really is.
Yeah.
But, you know, Aang's blog, it's like this amazing, like, roadmap of all the stuff he's interested in.
Yeah.
It makes me think about how we learn and share knowledge today versus, like, even 20 years ago.
It's a completely different world.
Yeah.
You know, back then, if you wanted to learn something, you'd go to the library, read books, maybe take a class.
Yeah.
Now it's all at our fingertips.
Yeah.
But that's almost the problem, right?
Right. It's overwhelming.
Like, how do you even sift through it all and find what's really valuable?
And that's where blogs like Aang's are. Like,
exactly. So useful. They're like curated collections of information filtered through the lens of someone who's actually passionate about it.
Yeah, it's like having a trusted friend be like, hey, I've been down this road and here's what I learned.
Exactly. And because it's personal,
yeah,
it's way more engaging than reading like a textbook or something.
Right. You get that sense of like the person behind the words.
Right. Their personality.
Yeah, their struggles, their wins.
Exactly.
It makes it more human.
It does.
Yeah, and that's what I think is so cool about his blog.
Yeah.
It's not just about the information.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the joy of discovery.
Yeah.
And experimenting and sharing that with other people.
And inviting others along, right?
Yes.
To be lifelong learners with him.
It's like he's saying, hey, don't just learn.
Yeah.
Teach, too.
Yes.
You know? Because when you share what you know,
right,
you're not just giving information.
You spark new ideas.
Yeah.
You inspire other people.
You create a ripple effect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It goes way beyond just you.
And that's what makes blogs like this so important.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's not just about the information, it's about community.
Yeah, it's about connection.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful, actually.
It is.
This idea that we can learn from each other, that we're not alone in our curiosity and this, like...
in our desire to learn and grow.
Yeah, and that even something as simple as a blog post about a guitar can spark a conversation that...
It can connect people all over the world.
Yeah, and that's what's so cool about it.
Exactly.
So, to wrap things up, I want to leave you with a challenge.
Okay.
Look around. What's something in your life that seems ordinary but could actually be?
Yeah.
Like a deep dive.
Right. What stories does it tell?
What connections could you make?
Embrace that curiosity.
Explore.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to share what you find with the world.
Who knows who you might inspire?
Exactly.
What amazing connections you might make.
Thank you for joining us for this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
We'll catch you next time.